Hello and welcome back to the Cynical Optimists. Now one of your 5 a day if you listen in whilst eating an apple. I'm your host Phil.
And I'm your other host? Co-host? I'm Nick. I'm whatever you want me to be.
Great. Anyway, this is our second episode back where we will be tackling E3 and all the announcements that have been coming out this week. If we don't cover something, then we'll cover it next week in the gaming news.
Phil, it's been a year since we had to try and come up with a pun for last year's E3 video, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm thinking this year we go with the ingenious pun of E3 2016.
Yeah.
Why is it not?
What was it last year? What was it?
Last year we had 2 episodes. We did predictions and then
With the E3 in
it was
the word predictions.
yeah. And then we did the after one, which was called E3 Kings.
Ah, damn it, because I was going to suggest E3 Kings for this one.
Nice to know you remember.
Yeah. Oh well.
Anyway, TV news?
Film and TV news. And things have happened this week.
Oh.
Yeah, things panned out as they went on.
Take me on a journey.
Exactly. Norman Reedus, familiar with the guy? Ah, fuck, no, that could have been a tenuous link.
Oh, well.
I'll come back to Norman Reedus. Okay,
Gives me time to think about who he is.
he's the guy from Walking Dead.
Well, no.
You know what, fuck it, I'll go with the Norman Reedus news. He's in that new video game, which I thought was why I could use it as a tenuous link. I can't remember what the game's called, though.
Oh,
Norman Reedus is in a new video game.
It's a great shame. That would have been a great link.
But he's also recently piped up interest in playing Ghost Rider.
Oh, yeah.
He's the guy who rides the bike in The Walking Dead, so he's like, oh, I can ride the bike.
Oh, not the character played by Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, that's Ghost. Nicolas Cage was Ghost Rider. Yeah.
Okay.
But he wants to play the guy Nicolas Cage play.
Okay.
Because essentially in The Walking Dead he rides a bike.
Oh.
And now he's like, Marvel's characters that
I
ride
was
a bike.
gonna say, if that's all the qualification it takes, then it should be Chris Evans.
Yeah. But no, because he's a cool guy, and he said he'd really be up for it. I'd dig it, to be fair. It's not his first tie-in with Marvel before, actually. He was in Blade 2 as a character.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
He was also, interestingly enough, in Iron Man Rise of the Technovore, which was an animated film, as the Punisher. Which makes him the first, before John Bernthal, he's the first Walking Dead actor to play the Punisher.
Huh.
There you go.
You should have saved that for the end, for the wild card.
I could have, but I'm not going to.
Oh, you have an even more wild card.
I've got a wilder card than that, and this isn't. All of mine are pretty wild, to be honest. They're pretty wild. Mel Gibson has recently suggested he wants to see a Passion of the Christ sequel. I think he's working on it, actually.
Is it going to be based off Book of Mormon?
No. I've come up with some suggested titles. I was thinking Passion of the Christ 2, Judgment Day, which works.
Yeah, it does work.
It does work. Passion of the Christ 2, The Age of Pontius.
Passion of the Christ 2, Resurrection.
Resurrection, that works too.
Resurgence.
Dawn of the Passion of the Christ.
Yeah?
That works really well. Yeah, I'm out. They could have called the first one Rise of the Passion. No, I don't know. Who cares? Good news. John Williams is going to be scoring Indiana Jones 5 and Star Wars 8. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was almost a given considering he's done all the Star Wars and Indiana. Did he do all the Indiana Jones?
He did all the Indiana Jones, but he is like 90 now, so
Mm.
he's basically promised us that he's going to be alive for a good couple of years.
Yes.
He's promised us.
That's how it works. He's got contracts to fulfill, so he can't, can't go kicking it.
Exactly, yeah. You're familiar with the Transformers... Hang on, wait, I've got to check. Is this my... Okay, no, it's not my wild card, don't worry.
Transformers is a TV series from the 80s.
The wild card is they're not making Transformers 5 because it wouldn't be very profitable. No, I made that up.
I was going to say.
Of course it will. No, there's a... do you want to guess which character from the first Transformers is coming back for the last night?
It's been so long since I've seen the first... Is it Shia LaBeouf?
No.
Is it Megan Fox?
It's a Transformer. Do you want me to name some and you pick them out?
Bumblebee.
No, I'm gonna name Transformers from the first one. And you have to... Obviously,
Is it one of those stereotype ones?
No. Right, okay. You've got Blackout. You've got Barricade.
Right.
You've got Bone Crusher. You've got Starscream.
Is it Starscream?
You've got Megatron. Well, Megatron's coming back, but it's not Starscream.
Is it Megatron?
No. Well, yes, but no.
Is it Blackout?
No.
Barricade?
Yes! You did it!
That was my next guess.
Yeah, there's a really cool picture you can find of him online, which I'm not going to give a visual reference to, Phil.
Oh, well.
Because people can go and find it themselves if they want to see it.
If you want to know what that's about, go on our Twitter.
He was the cool Ford Mustang in the first Transformers, the police car.
Okay,
It was like, are you Samuel Witwicky? Are you Ladies Man 217? That guy.
Ah.
Yeah, he's back. He's a new Shelby Ford Mustang in the next film, and he looks pretty badass. There's more. We're getting weekly Transformers car news now, aren't we? That's going to happen, whether you like it or not. And I'm going to make you guess each time.
Maybe we should have that as a prompt on screen. Skip Transformers news. Click here.
I care. There was an Apple event in the middle of E3, which everyone missed, obviously, because E3 was happening.
Yeah, that seems like odd timing.
It was more a software thing. It was part of the Worldwide D conference. I don't know what WWDC stands for.
Worldwide Developers Conference.
Developers Conference, you're right.
I guess so.
No, that's
I don't
right.
know
That is right. That is right. Some software updates. I'm going to try and link this to film and TV news, but basically we're getting a new operating system for watch, phone and Mac. Minnie Mouse watch face now instead of just the Mickey Mouse watch face on the Apple Watch.
Wow.
Well, Cynical Optimist is a proud supporter of gender equality, and that's good news. I just wanted to sneak in some Apple news here. What I found funny is how when they give like the demonstrations out for like these products, there's got people wearing the watch and stuff, and like the guy's lifestyle is like they wake up at like 5 a.m. using their watch timer, and then they like sweep through Instagram. No one's posted during the night. Come on. And then they go for a run at 6 a.m. and then they use an app to like decide which type of avocado to eat, and then they use their app as a what do you call it, a taxi calling to Uber. They use their Uber app. Then
they walk their dog and they throw their phone. The dog picks it up and brings it back.
And then they find a restaurant. They find a Mexican restaurant nearby on their app.
Vegan, of course.
Vegan. And then they go for another run at that point. And then
because they don't have the money to pay the tab.
And then they ask Siri to take them to local cinema screenings. And then they go for another run just after that. And then they check Instagram once more before they go to bed. And then obviously one more run just before they go to bed. And then they use sleep timer or whatever on their app to make sure they get a nice...
And then they dream they're running.
Precise 8-hour sleep. No one lives like that.
Robots, maybe.
Yeah. I'd rather they use like just a fat bloke on their advertising campaign.
Or just somebody who is real poor, but they buy the latest Apple products anyway because...
Did you look at me when you said that?
No, I was looking at you because I was talking to you. You poor magpie.
Use my student finance to buy pointless Apple shit. I don't care. And I don't do the health stuff, so I'm fine.
Great. That's what I was concerned about.
Yeah, 5,000 calories in a day, probably. No, I don't. David Ayer, he's the director of Suicide Squad. You know that upcoming film?
I've heard bits and bobs about it, you know. It's quite a niche indie film,
yeah. Exactly. Right, this is a quote from him he gave to Yahoo. He said, "There's very specific stories and Easter eggs in the tattoos that Jared Leto has around his body and his teeth. He took a lot of inspiration from drug lords on Instagram." The Joker.
Was his other quote, "People still use Yahoo News?" Wow!
So, what do you think to that? The fact that all his tattoos apparently have like a hidden Batman story in them.
Considering this is meant to be an older Batman he's going to be facing, it makes sense.
It does make sense, but like, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, unless it's... every time you see an Easter egg, your heart can dip a little because you won't see that story in any of the
that's
films.
true as well. Yeah, there'll be one that just says like Suicide Squad that he's just done. There'll be one that says Justice League Part 1.
So they're not even going to be subtle Easter eggs, they're just going to be film titles.
Yeah, exactly.
With an entire IMDb page on his back.
The rating on the... He didn't put Batman vs Superman on there.
No.
Get it? Because of the rating.
Oh, right.
Yay. That was
No, it was just on his feet because it was so low down.
on his balls. Drug lords on Instagram. I don't know. Have you seen many drug lords on Instagram?
I don't really use Instagram. I just use it to enter competitions.
Yeah, that's right. But do drug lords take pictures of themselves? On
Apparently,
Instagram?
there's like rich kids of Instagram, like rich parents of Instagram. They're
Yeah.
like Instagram accounts are probably the most entitled little shits on the world.
He's taking a lot of inspiration from Instagram and whatnot. I'm sure the Joker will have tattoos of poached eggs on avocados sort of all over his face.
You'll see him at one point just be like, all right, this is getting my followers. I'm going to tweet at Batman that his parents died.
Right, Alien Covenant. Are you aware of this film coming up?
Is it a sequel? Is it like the 5th Alien film?
No, it's not. It's the 0.5 Alien film, I guess. No, it'll be the 0.75.
What is it, a prequel?
Yeah, it's a sequel to Prometheus, but a prequel still to
right,
Alien.
yeah. So they're still continuing with like Alien films and stuff, even though the artists
they're gonna
inspired it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're still doing an alien, a proper full-blown Alien film at some point, but not what's his face, director Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
It won't be him, but he is doing Alien Covenant,
Well, I meant,
which
you know,
isn't actually an Alien film.
the artist that did all the paintings that inspired Ridley Scott.
Yeah, I think we covered that in last year's news, didn't
I think so, yeah.
we? We did, didn't we? Go and watch that.
We'll give you an episode, but we can't remember. So much news.
There's been a new picture released featuring Ridley Scott and Michael Fassbender.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's getting about.
He played David in Prometheus, and he's playing, which was a robot. So presumably they're bringing in more robots. He is bloody busy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because he's just finished promoting X-Men,
And
having just finished filming X-Men, and now he's going to start doing the promotion for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
At the same time, essentially, as filming a new Alien film.
Yeah.
He does get about, but I like him. He's a great actor.
He is a good actor, yeah.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender. He's the coolest. He's the coolest guy.
The Fass and
The Fass.
the Bendrius.
Right.
You think he got called that at school?
No.
Oh, strange.
Some Homecoming news. Spider-Man Homecoming news. Danny Glover has been cast.
Oh, I saw his picture next to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I didn't bother writing that down.
Yeah. I do like Danny Glover.
Yeah.
He was good in Community.
I haven't seen Community, so I have nothing to say to it.
Watch
Yeah.
Community.
All
Who's
right,
in it?
There you go. So that's all I got for that. Oh, and some news which literally cropped up 5 minutes before we started recording is Superman has been cast in Supergirl. And he is going to be Tyler Hoechlin.
I think it's Hoechlin.
Hoechlin. Is he Irish?
I don't know.
Don't know. Who cares? He's been in nothing.
Nothing that immediately people would know, let's say. You might have seen it if you look up his IMDb or Wikipedia or
He was
whatever.
in some kind of like Disney Halloween sing-along.
That's probably not his biggest role.
No. I think it probably is. Because that's the only thing I recognised on that list, and I haven't even seen it.
And that's because you recognise the name Disney.
Yeah, that's it, exactly.
But yeah, I like how DC are like, oh, we can't do the whole big, wider connected universe thing that Marvel are doing, because that's probably getting it confusing. So we'll just have 2 of each character.
Yeah, that won't be confusing at all, will it?
Yeah.
There's probably ways they still could interlink the two.
Yeah, well, the thing is, comic books, you can always just go to multiverse.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll bring in different... Yeah, they could link it if they wanted to. But they won't, because they don't care enough.
No, they've got their eyes on the dollar. They need a dollar.
Dollar is all they need.
Yes.
Exactly.
Stole my line, jeez.
Speaking of which...
Don't you have a tenuous link for this?
Yeah, dollar. Which links to E3, because
Links to E3.
E3 costs money. Costs dollars to get into, because it's in America.
It's basically just a giant advertisement show nowadays. Anyway, yes, my 2 bits of big news are both things from before E3, so it means that the E3 discussion is all E3, which is weird. So, Lego Dimensions, this was its E3 trailer, but it did come out a few days before. Did you see it? The new
I
trailer?
certainly did. New characters.
What new characters are going to be in Lego Dimensions for its second year?
Well, Phil, we've got the Ghostbusters.
Which Ghostbusters?
The new Ghostbusters.
Yeah. That really upset one of my housemates when I told them.
No one's seen the film yet.
No one's seen the
exactly,
film, so I'm reserving judgment on that one. Alright, who else?
Who else? Oh, Sonic.
Yes.
Sonic. Is those the two you were expecting me to get? Can I leave
Literally got the list of all of them, so...
Ah, jeez. Oh, how many have I got?
You got like 2 out of like 11.
Ah, fuck that. I'll stick at 2.
So yeah, you've got...
Raise. No, I don't need to raise.
The ones that have confirmed release dates, like you said, are the Ghostbusters. You've got Adventure Time, Mission Impossible, Harry Potter, and the A-Team. But apparently also coming. Can
I ask quickly about Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to...
Because Warner Brothers are literally like, well, we've got to fight the Amiibo and the Skylanders, so we're basically throwing everything we have.
How can you distinguish, like, Mission Impossible as a minifigure? There's nothing iconic about those films. Like James Bond, he's kind of like brandable because he has the tuxedo, the Aston.
Yeah, you could give him a little Lego martini.
Yeah, exactly. Mission Impossible is so varied. Like, there's nothing you could pin down. Like, even his hair changes. It's that's annoyed me, Phil.
Anyway, shall I go through the list of the ones that have
because there's nothing iconic about Mission Impossible. Nothing. He can wear like a bungee outfit because
probably have one of those Lego sly smirks.
He wore like one of those like climbing harnesses like twice. That's the only thing that they've probably done more than once on Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, but the other ones coming, which don't have release dates yet, but apparently coming to year 2, is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Because that's obviously going hand in hand with the Harry Potter stuff. The Lego Batman movie, which I'm pretty sure there's already Batman stuff in it.
Yeah, there is. He was in the first.
So
It was probably one of the first Dimensions.
I'm guessing it'll be very specifically based off the film, though. The Goonies, Sonic, like you said.
The Goonies.
Teen Titans Go, Lego City Undercover, which is interesting because that was a Nintendo exclusive when it first came out. Knight Rider. Powerpuff Girls, Gremlins, Beetlejuice, and E.T. See, I just copied this list off a website, so if they misreported, then I'm going to look like a giant dick.
I think Mission Impossible is that's the only one I have a big problem with.
Yeah, well, it's...
The Goonies is a bit random.
Yeah.
Because I don't think...
it's just because they're...
That's an 80s film that no one under 20 has seen.
Well, the thing is, Disney's recently dropped out of the whole race of toys to life stuff. Like, they're stopping the Disney Infinity stuff because the market wasn't growing like they wanted it to.
Of course, even the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, so they've dropped out. So now it's Skylanders.
Could they sell things to Lego and get Lego Star Wars within Dimensions? They could do.
Maybe
they probably will.
I mean, that'd be a good if they like.
Cynical Optimist exclusive.
Cynical Optimist called it.
Yeah.
Hashtag Synopt called it.
It's on the internet, so...
Yeah, it must be true.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's then them versus Skylanders, which I think is mostly doing well because it was first. And the Amiibos, which obviously are Nintendo characters, so they've probably got a stronger base link to games.
Yeah.
And then they go into the games that people are going to buy anyway. So.
Well, I don't know, Lego's been pretty established as games for a while now.
True, but... The thing with Skylanders and the Lego stuff is the figurines only work in the one game.
Right.
Whereas obviously
but you still get some sweet minifigs.
You do get some sweet minifigs.
Yeah. I like how you can just take them off and they're just like normal minifigs. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool, Phil.
It is cool.
I might even get one because they do it on my... I love that game. I haven't got it, but I love that game as well because they've produced it for peasants like me who've only got a PS3. So I can still... I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it, Phil.
Got Lego Dimensions.
Right now, I am.
Is this going to be the repeat of last year's where you're going to get Fallout Shelter?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, keep mentioning it. Like,
yeah.
Have you downloaded it yet? No.
Anyway,
I never did, by the way. If you've been listening intently since last year and you wanted a follow-up to Fallout Shelter, I didn't get it.
It's very disappointing. He was docked pay 100% of it, from 0 to 0. Anyway, this is the trailer for LEGO Dimensions that shows off all the new playable characters for the game's second year. Owners of the game will soon be able to play as characters like Finn from Adventure Time, the A-Team, and Sonic the Hedgehog. It will be different for the bosses at LEGO, however. We'll be playing as Scrooge McDuck, diving into a giant pool of money. Amongst the roster of new characters was E.T. the Extraterrestrial. We certainly hope this is better than his last game. Otherwise, this will be another stock shortage of Toys to Life figurines, because they'll be buried in New Mexico.
And I get that. Yay.
Anyway, next news is Star Wars Battlefront, your favourite game.
Yes.
Because this was...
Oh, sorry, what about the new one?
Yeah.
Ah, forget it.
Because this was slightly before E3, because I know they've done more Star Wars news.
Oh yeah, there was a big announcement, wasn't there?
Get onto-
Could I have used that as a tenuous link? No, I couldn't, because I didn't have any Star Wars film news.
No, you couldn't have.
I could have made up some Star Wars film news and used that as a tenuous link.
Then you could add it to Wikipedia later, because that makes it true. And then you could source the podcast as the reference.
Yeah.
It's flawless.
By Jove, we've done it.
Anyway, yes, this is about the second DLC for the game, which is going to be the Bespin
I saw this.
DLC.
Yeah.
With your new characters,
Lando,
and there is someone else, but I forget their name.
Is Greedo there yet? Is he coming?
I don't know.
Is he already there?
Because I know there's a third DLC coming out next year. This one's coming out this month. And I know they're planning a second Battlefront game, I think, for next year.
What I'd do, some buyer advice here, is wait for the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox, whatever that will be called, 2, and buy the remastered edition of Battlefront, which includes all the DLCs.
Or, well, the complete edition, or whatever it's called.
There you go. Some top tips there.
Because, yeah, this is going to include... It's going to add another planet, though. Bespin. You know. Bespin.
Bespin. Like, nothing happens in this. Some corridors. It's just some more corridors. Add the cool... Oh, I know they want to forget the prequels. Just add the fucking prequel planets.
To be honest, like, the droid v clone gameplay from the older games is really good.
Yeah.
I like the way the droids explode.
Yeah. Oh, I was playing...
And
I've
the
been
droid-
playing Battlefront 2 most of last week, and it's bloody great.
Like, and the droideckers and stuff are, like, unique units as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot better than just, like, kind of just shooty, bang, bang.
Yeah. Oh, Battlefront 2 is great. Everyone go and buy that, actually. That's some buyer advice.
Anyway, this is the news that new downloadable content will be coming for Star Wars Battlefront based on the planet Bespin from The Empire Strikes Back. Big, gassy, and full of plenty of hot air, EA secured the exclusive rights to make new Star Wars games back in May 2013 when Disney acquired the intellectual property from George Lucas.
I like that.
Anyway, this is our tenuous link into our discussion because there were Star Wars games mentioned at E3.
I saw.
Did you see that little...
I saw the little video.
infomercial
I
they
did,
did?
yeah. All sorts.
Because I swear they did a similar one when Battlefront was first announced.
And it was just one game.
Yeah, but they've done another one, and it's just like, let's just film people at their desks.
Yeah.
And then some really inspirational interview quotes.
Which won't pay off for the actual games. They'll be like, this is a game, there'll hopefully be a Star Wars game for everyone.
Apart from
Except everyone.
Apart from the Gungans.
Yeah.
Unless it's a game where you just get to kill Gungans.
There was a mode on that on Battlefront 2.
Oh yeah, there was.
There you go. Again, Battlefront 2.
The game that has everything.
Exactly.
So yeah, and obviously that's the wider E3 conference, which kicked off E3.
They got the
EA conference, sorry.
VR
Star Wars. They got the VR Star Wars. Yeah, it really disappoints me that EA always kicks off E3 because it's always on Sunday evening in the UK. So it's one I seem to catch every year without fail. Yeah, I always seem to miss the Bethesda one because it's at 3 a.m. So, do you know what exciting games they revealed at EA's press conference?
EA.
I don't want to knock your socks off. But there's
FIFA.
He
Story
knows
mode.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be... from the context of the trailer, I'm not sure if you get to make a character or you just play this one specific guy's story.
Right.
Because they had him on stage and he was like, yeah, you get to play my story. And I'm like, who are you?
Did it look like a footballer that you recognise?
You're asking me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't be any better.
But it's... And from like the cutscenes they showed from the story
Was it
mode,
David Beckham or Wayne Rooney?
No.
In that case, create your own character. Done.
I mean, it'd be cool if it's create your own character. Otherwise, you would be playing as one person and your dream thrust upon you would be to play for Manchester United. It's like, I want to play for Chelsea. No, that's not the story. Stop getting in the way of my creative vision for
yeah,
FIFA.
that's actually kind of cool. Like, if it's create your own character and work your way up.
I mean, I'm sure it will be.
That's like, in fact, why hasn't that happened before? Because you could, like, they could kind of mix it with Football Manager games, couldn't they?
Yeah,
Create
I mean,
kind of.
some football games have had crossovers of Football Manager before.
Right, it'd be cool to like just play games and then like you earn your sort of your how much money you get paid for moving to other teams and stuff.
Yeah.
Not that I know anything about football, but it sounds kind of cool.
I mean, yeah, you'd go as a player being requested to go places rather than managing the team. I mean, obviously in the games, I'm sure you'd be able to control the whole team. Otherwise, like if say you were the goalkeeper.
No, I reckon. Oh, I don't know actually.
Because I know.
What do you reckon?
What, it just plays the one character for the whole game?
Yeah. What
They
if
had
they're
that in FIFA 16.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if they could be just really good?
Because it was
Or it'd be,
really good what?
or
Stamina?
No,
Running up and down the field?
They were quite good. I seem to remember them being quite good. What's the fucking word I'm looking for?
AI?
AI.
Yeah. Because I think you could do point of view in some of the versions. I don't know.
Or what if it's like online? You could just have
A team, what
like Rocket
11 v 11,
like Rocket League,
except at 11.
Yeah. And then they could fill in the rest AI.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm not
It's
making
all
the game.
interesting. It's all interesting ideas for a game that has literally been a football game for the last 20 years, or more. I don't know. I know it's definitely at least 20 years. Yeah. So, also amongst their games was Battlefield 1, which we talked about last week, which is the World War One themed
with a different song this time.
Yes, but I think it was pretty much the same trailer.
Pretty much.
And by the third conference, I'd seen the trailer 3 times. It played it got played, I think, in the pre-show for EA's, then in EA's, and then in like Microsoft's as well. And it was like,
it doesn't have sweet white stripe music anymore though, so not interested. Don't buy it.
Yeah.
Or do.
Anyway, and Titanfall 2, which apparently will. See, it's been a year and you've already forgotten what Titanfall is, haven't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
That is how much impact the original game had. It was a game where it's basically like a shooter, but you got mechs.
Okay.
As well.
I think I might have actually played that. Oh no, that was Helldivers. Same thing.
Apparently, this one will have a story mode where you get to explore the relationship between man and machine. I don't know.
They've been looking at my search history again, haven't they?
You do love them Transformers movies. And Mass Effect Andromeda, which I'm sure I've heard good things about the Mass Effect games, so
I'm sure that'll be okay.
Sure it'll be great.
Fine.
But yeah, I always find that EA's a bit, I guess the good thing about EA's is there is a break in the middle because they start talking about sports games. So I go and make another cup of tea.
It's a long cup of tea. Maybe a few.
I might even just go down to the shops. I could go to a coffee shop for a cup of tea. Who did not bother with a conference this year?
Oh, I think I know this, but I've forgotten. Them.
Activision.
That's the one.
Because their stuff was shown off by other companies, mostly Sony. Because they had the new COD game, which is currently going down like a ton of bricks. And they've got a new Skylanders game where you'll have Crash Bandicoot as a Skylander.
Wow.
This is after last year when they had DK and Bowser as Skylanders.
Wow.
So, get hype. I order you to get hype. I'm not really sure if Activision had any more games of interest. If they did, I can't remember.
I don't remember any. No, I don't even remember that. And I've forgotten what you've just said as well. So.
What company only
Skylanders.
showed off one game for the entirety of E3?
Is it Bethesda?
No.
Oh.
Nintendo.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, they've got their own thing, haven't they?
Well, they didn't bother with a conference this year.
Oh.
They just did something what they call Treehouse Live, which is just like streaming, and they just showed off almost exclusively the new Zelda title. It's The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
I can't believe it's not Zelda.
It looks really good. Like, rather than really heavy on tutorials, they literally show the beginning of the game, and you wake up essentially on like an alien probing table, and it gives you some clothes, and goes, "All right, fuck off," and you go out into the world, and there is no set path or anything.
Are you sure this is the new Zelda game?
Yeah, your weapons.
Sounds like a zombie outbreak game or something.
Well, the thing is, I think it's meant to be like a reimagining of the very original Zelda game, where you basically just explore and you have to find shit just by walking around. But you don't get given weapons. You have to steal a weapon off enemies, and then when you kill them, you take their weapons. But your weapons break as you use them. So it's a lot. It's taken a lot from modern adventure games.
So
by the looks of it.
it sounds more gritty and
Yeah. Well, it's a lot. Well, say gritty. Its aesthetics are very obviously bright and colourful.
Oh.
And they're like, you can go hunting, you can hunt boars, and
Oh.
you can tame horses. Apparently, it's a game where if you really wanted to, at the very beginning, you could walk all the way to the final boss. I mean, you'd probably get absolutely dicked because you'd literally have 3 hearts and no weapons. But
it's like when people used to. No, it's not like that at all. It's like when. Do you ever see those like walkthroughs where people put in like that walkthrough walls cheat on Pokemon, on old Pokemon games?
yeah,
And they went like straight to the
Elite Four.
The Elite Four, yeah. And they just went in and it came up with a little question mark Pokemon, and then it just got defeated like immediately, and you lost. But yeah, nothing like that, but something like that.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Right in if you've ever
But
done
they
that.
were, yeah. That was all they were showing off in their streams. But they did have some news. Now, what is the most exciting bit of Nintendo news? Possibly more exciting than their innovative new Zelda game.
Oh, I know this. They're making the Wii U Neo,
They are making the NX, but there was no NX news.
or the Wii U S.
Bear in mind, you literally just described the Xbox
I know.
and
Yeah, I
the
got that wrong,
PlayStation.
didn't
Yeah.
Yeah, don't know. Who cares?
It's a good job though. You did remember the what suffixes. But it's going to be a Waluigi amiibo coming out.
Oh wow! We talked about a lot about Waluigi last year, didn't we?
We did. That's why I'm mentioning it now because dreams are finally coming true.
Great.
I'm sure he'll unlock lots of exciting content in games and probably some nightmare fuel too. One thing just about the Zelda game is they released Twilight Princess HD earlier in the year with like a Wolf Link amiibo. If you connect that to the game when it comes out, the new one,
It
will give you
explodes.
the gamepad
Yeah.
ships itself back to Japan. No, it gives you Wolf Link as a companion, so you have a wolf companion.
Oh,
So it's kind of doing the Fallout 4 thing of a dog companion,
okay.
and like lots of other games thing
Or
of
the
a dog
Pokemon
companion.
Yellow thing.
Or the Pokemon Yellow thing of having a mouse companion. But it still looks pretty neat.
Nice.
Like, from what they were showing off in the demo, the wolf seems like he's dumb as anything. Like, as soon as a deer appeared, it went just shooting off after it, and it was like...
That sounds like my dog.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's realistic in that respect.
Occasionally just takes a dump in like the side of the wall.
Just wags his tail happily as if he's done a great job. Yeah, they showed off more Pokemon Sun and Moon as well,
Yeah,
which are the new Pokemons.
it is. It's on 3DS, isn't it? Which
Yeah.
might actually finally tempt me to go and buy a second-hand 3DS.
What, because there's now enough Pokemon games on it?
Yeah.
There's 3 Pokemon.
Exactly.
Well,
No,
three,
but this
three
one-
different series.
I've
You
seen,
could
I've
buy
seen a
whole
couple of
6.
bits, and it looks pretty nice.
It looks like it's based off Hawaii this time, doesn't it? Kind of like the tropical island
Yeah.
and stuff.
It looks nice. It looks pretty.
Have you seen the new starters?
No. Oh, probably.
Hmm.
I imagine there's one that's fire, one that's grass, and one that's water.
You would be correct.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you a chance to look that up because we'll be doing Pokemon. Well, we're talking 20th anniversary of Pokemon in a few weeks.
We certainly will. I'll be well knowledged by then.
Yeah, he's gonna go.
Can I make up the name? Can I guess the names and you can tell me if I'm right or not?
Well, I mean, if you've gone home and looked them up, then
I haven't. No, I
yeah.
haven't. Right.
All right.
Actually, tell me what type of animal the fire one looks
All
like.
right. So the fire one is a cat.
Right. I'm gonna guessing it's Scratchember.
That's not even a pun.
Wait, no, it's
This-
not supposed to be.
No, this one is kind of a pun.
Flame cat. Flamey cat. Has it got flame, fire, or ember in it?
No.
Really? Oh, you're going to have to give it to me then.
Oh, it's Litten.
Of course it is. Right, give me the species of the water one.
Fuck, was it? It's a seal, I think.
Aqua seal. Or is it just seal? Because that's already in water.
I don't think you're gonna get that one. I can't even remember off the top of my head. I think it's called Portillo
Oh, I would never have
because
got
it's like it looks like a circus clown as
Right,
well.
come on, hit me with the green one.
The green one is an owl, which is very revolutionary because it's the first grass flying, I think.
I'm going to try and remember a grass flying to prove you wrong, but I can't. What about... Ho-Oh? No, it's fire.
Are you trying to think of the name of the owl Pokemon or a?
I'm trying to think of a flying grass. Yeah.
We probably should have saved this for our Pokemon discussion a few weeks ago.
Yeah, sorry.
We'll just redo this again.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's grass owl. Growl.
Close. I think it's Rowlet.
That's not far off, actually.
Yeah. That's the closest you've gotten.
I'm pretty sure Flame Cat was nearly there, Phil.
Flame Cat. That's possibly in the Chinese bootleg edition.
Flame Cat.
You've dishonoured me.
Let's move on.
Anyway, yes. Sony PlayStation. I almost said Sony / PlayStation.
They announced the PlayStation Neo.
Yes.
And some games on it, presumably. And it's 4K!
There was no update about it. There was actually the stuff about the Neo was actually before E3. They didn't mention. They're the only company not really to mention hardware at all.
Oh.
Well, out of the big three. Well, I suppose Nintendo's wasn't there at E3 either, but they were asked about it, and there were 1 or 2 games announced for it. But yeah, this will be. It's not going to be like a new generation. It's just going to be an upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With it's gone up to 4K quality and whatnot,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
So
Which
that's
is nice.
interesting.
Yeah.
I suppose they can do that considering the PS4's already sold a lot of consoles.
And they'll probably do some kind of like brand new multi-pack with that and the PlayStation.
Yeah, they'll probably be able to launch it for
VR
maybe either equal or just slightly lower than the original PlayStation 4 launch.
I'm hoping it pushes down the prices of PS4s, because I'm going to jump right on that cheapskate train.
Good for you.
I know.
Yeah. Just
to let you know.
Yeah, it's good that you're looking for a regular 3DS and a regular PlayStation 4.
I want the viewers to just
in
know...
the world of the new 3DS and the PlayStation 4K.
I just want the viewers to know that I'm carrying on my semi-effort quest to find a cheap PlayStation. If you have one, give us a tweet at Synopt.
We'll set up a PO box for it.
At Synopt Podcast?
Yes.
At Synopt Podcast.
On Twitter.
Yeah, I will pay many monies to buy it. I won't.
Anyway, what games did PlayStation show off? Oh, we're not doing the questions anymore. It was Horizon Zero Dawn, which is with like the robot animals, which actually looks pretty cool. The Last Guardian, which was well, to be fair, both of these were at the last year's E3. I didn't actually catch the Sony presentation, but supposedly they're more complete now.
Okay.
Considering it's been a year. The new God of War.
Oh yeah, saw that.
And the remastering of the 3 Crash Bandicoot games that we mentioned earlier.
Yes.
So, essentially, Sony at the moment are just pretty happily doing what people want them to do, and people are happy, so I've got no problem with that.
Fine.
It's better than a few years ago when they were all trying to push, like, the media stuff, like... TV, like there was like TV and film, and it was like, look at all these apps you can get.
Oh yeah, they did PlayStation TV for a bit as well, didn't they?
Yeah,
do they still do that? I don't know.
They probably still do, but I think all the companies have learnt now that E3 is for games.
Yeah.
Like even how good your stuff is, people will just zone out.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of the business.
Plus, everyone's TV either has like a smart box or it's a smart TV, or they use their PlayStations to like download Netflix.
Yeah, like everything has some kind of streaming on nowadays.
No one cares about your PlayStation TV from 5 years ago. Give it up. They probably did.
I think it's probably still going somewhere. Probably has a few users.
Give it up.
Or give it up, I don't know. Bethesda, they had Dishonored 2 as their main game they were showing off. It is a game about stuff.
Okay.
That's how well researched I am on Dishonored. Now, I've heard good things. And it apparently looks good.
From your little birds that fly out and collect E3 information.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. Called Twitter.
I see what we did there.
Yeah,
because it is a little bird, isn't it?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Although Bethesda have had quite a decent track record recently. Like,
do you think that's why they did the logo of Twitter? Probably.
Yeah,
not.
Probably.
Okay.
I think you're getting a bit distracted there, Nick.
Let's go. Carry on.
Because obviously Doom went down really well. Everyone enjoyed Fallout 4, so they've been setting up the hits recently.
They got the VR Fallout as well now.
Yeah, there's going to be VR versions of Fallout 4 and Doom that were demonstrated there, and they're releasing a remaster of Skyrim, which exciting news for PC owners. If you have Skyrim with all the DLC or Skyrim Legendary Edition on Steam, you get updated for free to the remaster.
Ooh, I don't have that.
Well, it's basically just they're being decent and being like, well, you've bought it already, essentially.
No,
like,
that's fair.
PCs can probably... I mean, you probably modded Skyrim to be HD by now anyway, so we might as well give, like... To be honest, you know, it's just a nice gesture.
That is a nice gesture.
Because other companies would be trying to be like, but again, for PC.
You're staring right at the box for Return to Arkham there, aren't you?
I'm not sure if... Is Return to Arkham coming to Steam?
No. Yes, it is. No. Yes, it is. I think it is. PC...
I know it's definitely PS4 and Xbox One. It'll probably get a belated NX port like Arkham City did.
Right. It might not, actually. No, I think I'm wrong.
But it wouldn't
That's
make...
why
I
I'm
don't
not
think
in
it makes
charge
sense.
Huh?
I don't think it makes sense to release it on PC. Doesn't mean it's not. It might be.
I don't know, Phil. I'm not in charge of the gaming news and the gaming discussion.
Hey, I've had a lot to do this week. It's the busiest week of the year before a few weeks where fuck all happens. Well, I suppose next week I'll be catching up on the news I forgot today. Yeah, so that was... They also had a new game, Bethesda, called Prey, which is a futuristic first-person remake, I guess, of a game called Prey.
Is it aliens and stuff, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
I think I saw the trailer. It was the guy with the eye, the red eye. Is that Prey? He had like a red eye and he was looking in a mirror and it was like, "Good morning," whatever your name is, Morgan.
I'm not sure.
It's
Tuesday. Because I didn't catch Bethesda's conference.
No, I've just seen things pop up in many places.
On the Twitter,
It might
on the
be
Facebooks.
that. It might be about aliens. I think it is.
Futuristic first-person shooter might be about aliens. You heard it here first. The world's #1 source of gaming news.
Cynical Optimist exclusive.
And finally, Microsoft. Now, what hardware was announced at Microsoft's E3, Nick?
The Xbox One's.
Yes. Although they pronounce it slightly differently.
The Xbox One's.
Yeah, well, it's the Xbox One Slim.
No, it's the Xbox One's.
Okay. It's like the Alien sequel. Yes, it's 40% smaller, but it's going to be 4K as well.
Beautiful.
It will come in 500GB, 1TB, or 2TB, because games are quite big.
Unless you buy them on disc. Where they're not.
Either way, you have to install them nowadays.
Really?
Yeah, when you put it in the disc, you have to wait for it to install.
Games these days.
Well, the thing is, console...
Yeah, but come on. A terabyte?
Yeah.
It can't be a terabyte. I don't think you
one game can't be, but a terabyte
I know, but
hard
who's
drive.
going to fill a terabyte of games?
I mean, you'd be surprised. I've filled quite a bit of my hard drive of games. I've got about 300GB on my computer.
I suppose if they're 4K, like...
If they're 4K and they're all latest and stuff like that, it will only keep on going up.
Jesus.
Yeah, and that actually wasn't their only hardware announcement.
Apart from the Xbox One S.
Yeah.
Right.
Project Scorpio, which is going to be their next console.
Huh.
You know, I think you can tell that you can basically map how quickly time's going by the time between console announcements nowadays. Because I swear we've not had these new ones very long. Like, I swear the PS3, Wii,
It's probably
Xbox 360 generation went on forever, but that's probably because we were teenagers.
I still call it next gen. I'm still like, those next gen... Because it's next gen for me.
It's going to come out, like, and you're going to be like, ooh, Future Tech.
Scorpio, isn't that the name from the Simpsons episode?
It's all I can think about. Yeah. In my head right now, it's Scorpio! Oh,
that was the greatest. Hank Scorpio.
I hope it has an ad, like the ad from that, from the place they moved to. Complete with a tramp turning into a mailbox.
It's a great episode of The Simpsons, that. Check it out.
The games they had on offer was Gears of War 4, which is about men shooting things.
Revolutionary.
I don't know. Apparently, it's starting a new story. So, if you enjoyed the old ones, you'll probably enjoy this one. That's pretty much the name of the game with these. Final Fantasy 15.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
15.
With its all-male cast, because the director thought a woman would alter the chemistry of the group or something like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to go into it too much, but like on one hand, it's like it wouldn't really hurt, but on the other, it's like I'm guessing he wants to try and go for the, I'm guessing, lads on cosmic alien tour.
Jesus, I bet that guy's never had a girlfriend.
No.
If you're listening, write in and tell us if you've had a girlfriend.
What, the listener?
No,
or
that,
just
that
man?
specific man. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah, not.
It's a bit of a
I'm
weird
not offending
request.
our listeners there. Come on.
Comment question of the day. And Forza Horizon 3. And
That's about cars.
It is about cars. And yeah, apparently you're going to be able to join people's races mid-race. And a helicopter comes and drops you on the track. Or at least that's
that
what they're
reminds me
showing
of that
off.
film Wreck-It Ralph for some reason. I don't know what. Just imagine like when she like glitches in.
Yeah.
I just imagine that. Don't know why.
I don't know.
Any cars? Can you do any more car news?
See, it's real bad, but I've already forgotten most of Microsoft's conference, despite the fact I watched at least the first half. But then I was having dinner and just didn't watch
Do you know Helen
anymore.
Mirren's going to be in Fast and Furious 8?
Huh.
There you go.
Is she going to be reprising her character from The Queen?
Yeah, as the Queen. No. I bet she'll be Jason Statham's dad, though. Because anyone British in those films is related to someone else who's British.
I mean, I'll have to take your word from it. That's another...
They brought in that Ed Skrein guy, the guy who played Francis in Deadpool. And then,
Alright,
and they're like, oh, he's the British baddie. And then in the next film, they brought in Jason Statham, and he turned out to be the other British guy's brother.
Oh, okay.
So I'm guessing Helen Mirren will be their mum. Don't know why.
Or,
Just
yeah.
will. Calling it now. Cynical Optimist exclusive. Hashtag.
You're trying to make that a thing.
Yeah. It's not a thing, is it?
No.
If one of those comes true, Phil, it's a thing.
I guess. Yeah, so... All in all, I know lots of people like to do the whole winners-losers things of E3. But to be honest, it's pretty standard fare now.
Everyone's a winner.
Like, possibly it's just because I started watching about... Jeez, it's probably about 5 years ago now. Like, I started actually sitting down and watching the press conferences and things. So now I pretty much know the routine. I always find it a bit weird, because definitely... it was EA's and I think a bit of Xbox's. They have their pre-show. And it's such a weird concept. It's essentially people being hired by EA to sit in a lounge rented by EA and be like, aren't we excited for the new EA games? And you're thinking like, surely you have to be. They're paying you to do the pre-show. Even if you hate it, you probably are pretending.
Is it you who showed me that video of that guy who was like cosplay? Or was that Comic-Con or E3? I can't remember.
Which one?
He was cosplaying as, I think, someone from a game or someone from a film. And he...
oh yeah, that's real specific for Comic-Con.
Either way, like an interviewer interviewed a guy who was in cosplay. I think it might be an Assassin's Creed game at some point. And she was like, "So you excited for the new Assassin's Creed game?" He was like, "Yeah." It's just like, "And what brings you here today?" And it turns out he'd been paid.
Oh wow!
To be a cosplayer at that event by the company.
Pretty sweet deal though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess if that's what you're into,
Yeah.
like getting paid to do what you'd probably be doing regardless.
Find that clip on YouTube if you're listening. Just
Mm.
type in cosplayer interviewed fail. Probably. Every video's got a fail on it, hasn't it?
In capitals, probably.
Yeah. Hashtag.
So yeah, oh yeah, and there was Ubisoft as well, which started off with... Bear in mind, I forgot to get notes on Ubisoft, but I remember the beginning of that one vividly, because it was everyone dressed up as animals dancing for the new Just Dance game,
Wow.
which is going to be... That was one of the games they announced for NX.
Huh.
So far I can confirm that the lineup for NX is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Just Dance.
Wow.
I mean,
Pre-ordering that.
just get one, essentially. But you got to assume there'll be a lot of announcements for NX soon, because they had fuck all at E3. So that must mean most of the development has either moved over or just stopped. There's a bunch of Nintendo developers just sat there twiddling their thumbs.
The bastards.
Yes, what else did they announce at the Ubisoft? Bear in mind, this is... Oh, they had a trailer for the new Assassin's Creed film.
A new trailer?
Yeah. Or old, I don't know. And they had
The trailer's been out for a little while. Have you seen it?
I've seen the trailer,
Oh,
but
okay.
just based off memory, I can't remember whether it's be the same trailer. I don't think it is.
Oh.
They also had Frank Marshall, the executive producer, who also did such films as Back to the Future behind you.
Huh.
I have a poster on my wall, talking about the film, which was a bit strange for an E3 presentation. You know earlier
Time travel.
I suppose.
Yeah.
You know earlier I said how most companies had gotten over that. You know, showing off media thing about games.
Yeah, but the film looks kind of cool. So.
Yeah, and Ubisoft never learn. Talking of which, there is going to be a Watch Dogs film.
Really?
Yeah, based off that, and there's going to be a Watch Dogs sequel as well.
Yeah, I saw that announcement. Didn't see the film.
Yeah, so
Huh.
Ubisoft are holding pattern, essentially.
Okay. Watch Dogs.
Oh, the only good thing about their presentation was the new South Park game, because I know you're not a South Park fan.
I'm not a South Park person.
But they work, like, because their one has moved from, their last one was all about, it was basically riffing on Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, because they were all making believers, like, elves and stuff. That was the game. It's basically all set around them making pretend and doing the play. This time it's all based around their superhero personas.
Okay.
And they showed off a cutscene from the game. And it's about them unveiling their film phases. And them all arguing over who gets films, because they're all dressed up as superheroes.
Okay.
Which causes them to split into two rival factions. And they had Matt Stone and Trey Parker there, who are the creators of South Park. And one of them very deadpan went, yeah, we heard that Marvel was going to call their game... no, because the new South Park's called The Fractured But Whole.
Okay.
That is like the title, but obviously when you read it fast.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like in the interview, like, yeah, we heard that Marvel want to call their new Captain America film The Fractured But Whole, but we were using it first, so they had to use Civil War. And then they... basically the background, the superhero origin for your character, because you play like a new kid at the school,
Right.
is made up by Cartman, obviously, and it's about you got your superhero powers when you accidentally walked in on your mum and your dad fucking, and he's trying to make fun of the new kid, going, haha, your dad fucked your mom, and everyone's like, everyone's dad fucks everyone's mom. It's like, hey, no, that's his origin story. And then the two on stage being interviewed are like, yeah, that's basically everyone's origin story. Then the other one goes, except for Jesus. He's making a face.
I'm making... Write in if I'm being a grumpy arse towards South Park jokes, but... Soz. Hashtag don't care.
To be honest, it was the best part of Ubisoft's conference, because you can tell there was at least one lawyer watching, being like, please don't say anything libelous. I don't want to go back to court. Just I've got a list of games as well. So one I didn't mention, which was from Microsoft's conference, which I did manage to see, and actually now I read the name, I do remember, is Sea of Thieves. So yeah.
About pirates?
Yeah. It's basically a massive multiplayer about pirates.
Did we talk... Has that been announced before?
This got announced last year, but it's the first gameplay. And to be honest, it looks pretty fun.
Because that's when I made that pun, isn't it?
Probably. Because you make a lot of puns.
Yeah, because it sounds like Ubisoft is saying, like, Ubisoft, but in a pirate voice. It's like, arr, Ubisoft. Like, as if...
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It was something to do like... It's something like that. Great.
But yeah, it's basically... So you and some friends could all get it, and you could be a pirate crew.
I've
and you
done
go
that.
sailing the sea.
Black Flag.
No, but it'd be not just you by yourself.
Oh, I want to be just by myself.
And basically,
I've got my AI characters.
You come across other ships and you try and shoot them down and shit like that. It looks real fun.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Or just play Black Flag.
To be honest, the Steam Summer Sale will be starting soon, so
this is gonna be consistent. I'm gonna try and save the viewers some money by suggesting other things.
I mean, so far at the moment, all you're doing is saying that you're cheap.
Yeah.
See, whereas I'm going to suggest things I think are legitimately going to be good, and I'm going to put this out there.
And I'm going to shut you down because I'm antagonic.
Sea of Thieves will be better than Assassin's Creed 4.
Doubt it.
This is going to be the new... what was our one last year that you absolutely lost? That was, Fantastic Four versus Ant-Man. How did that play out?
I don't know, actually, because I never saw it. Fantastic Four, that is. I saw Ant-Man. And I still wasn't that keen on Ant-Man. But it was
I really liked it.
It was okay.
It was really light.
It should have been an Edgar Wright film. Still holding that. I'm still holding that like a year later.
Still holding that grudge. He's probably already forgotten about it. Yeah. He's Edgar Wright. You probably have plenty of asks for
Right,
work.
next.
I think we're pretty much...
I disagree.
I mean, if you want, we can talk about Civilization 6, which was shown off a bit.
No.
Okay, we won't. Or Pro Evolution Soccer 2017. Or Planet Coaster. Oh, well, it wasn't there, but Roller Coaster Tycoon 4. Did you ever play the originals?
I probably did, yeah. When you could click on places, little squares, and make roller coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that.
Yeah, that was good. It's a shame that they made a mobile version. That was terrible.
Yeah.
And apparently this number 4, that I don't even know if it's been released. Like, the news
Buying
on
advice, go and buy Roller Coaster Tycoon 2.
No, buy 3 when it's on deal is real cheap.
3 when it's on deal, because it's real cheap.
Because 3 was the first one where you could build your own.
Hear that?
What are you doing? Yeah, totally throw me off, why don't you? Yeah. 3 is real good. Apparently, since then, I don't think it's with the creative hands it once was, but the publisher's going forward anyway. And we know how that ends, happily, for everyone. That always happens, you know. It's always great when the creative director leaves and they're like, we want to continue making money. Like, Top Gear. I know, I'll get Chris Evans angrily tweeting at me.
I'm going to throw in a little bit of a defence here. I don't think it's been too bad.
To be honest, I saw the first one, and my main thought was...
Yeah, the second and third one were way better than the first one.
The first one was just trying too hard.
Yeah.
Like, if it was trying any harder to be old Top Gear, Chris Evans would literally be wearing a Jeremy Clarkson mask.
Yeah. It seems to be getting better as it goes along.
Unfortunately, a lot of people were one hit and you're done. And all the bad press as well it's been getting.
I know.
Like, with the various controversies. But hey, another topic for another week. Because we have reached the end this week. So, if you haven't... Well, we mentioned it...
Wait.
What is it?
It's my wild card. Or is that what you're about to introduce?
No, I was going to talk about our other projects whilst you get your wild card up.
I've got my wild card up.
Okay, let's do the wild card first.
Okay, so this is the wild card. We briefly mentioned it last week. This is where one of us, or both of us, will throw in one of our random news stories and ask the other to guess sort of what it is. And we get a point if the other doesn't get it. That's how it works. Or we get a point if we do get it. And the other person gets a point if the person doesn't get it. I think I explained that brilliantly.
I don't know, we'll make it up as we go.
Right, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Who is returning to Doctor Who for Series 10 that appeared in the Christmas special?
Is it Greg Davies?
No.
Is it Matt Lucas?
Yeah, but that was your second guess.
Oh, okay, then I guess you get a point.
Or maybe that can just be our practice round. Because it's difficult.
Well, mine's off the top of my head.
The character Nardole will return for Doctor Who Series 10. Stephen Moffat has said...
They love their stupid fat aliens.
Stephen Moffat said, this time it's not just for Christmas. He's sticking around.
New companion.
Oh, what a joke.
Anyway, my wild card that I just came up with off the top of my head. What are the other new amiibos that haven't been made before that are coming out alongside Waluigi? Stop looking at mine. They haven't been made before.
I was going to say Wario, but he's already there.
Yeah.
Who else is Nintendo?
Think of Mario characters.
Peach?
She's been made before.
Fuck.
But
Bowser.
He's been made before. Stop thinking... They're in Smash Bros. They've been made before. Think of the tertiary characters.
I don't know what that word means.
It means like not like the primary or the secondary. It's the one after. Like.
Oh, fuck knows. A mushroom. Just a mushroom.
Well, I mean, Toad's already had his own, but no.
The cannon. The cannon.
You're getting close. One of them is an enemy, and it glows in the dark.
The plant? Go on, give it to me.
Well, Boo the ghost.
Oh, okay. I know Boo.
And Princess Daisy, you were close.
Oh, okay.
So they're supposedly going to have some content in the new Mario Party game for 3DS. Because everyone loves playing Mario Party by themselves. Which is what I always kind of say is my broad, sweeping statement about the Mario Party handheld tiles. Having a party and no one's invited.
Let's give each other a point each because it's fun. Because we're fun.
Either way, neither of us won, or both of us lost.
We both won in our own ways.
Anyway, if you didn't catch them, well, we mentioned them last week, but if you haven't seen them yet, we have our weekly editorial. Last week was on spiritual sequels, and it's available on our blog, which you link in the description.
Next week will be The Cinematic Universe, a cap on creativity, ? Written by myself.
And yeah, we also have our Let's Play where we are playing through Star Wars The Clone Wars Republic Heroes on this channel. So there'll be probably a link to that somewhere.
Good.
It might be the recommended video. Hint, hint, person editing. Hint, hint.
Nice.
And next week you'll join us where it'll be a film topic of something.
Something that I haven't planned yet.
But it'll be great.
It'll be great regardless.
So anyway.
Don't forget to hashtag Sea of Thieves.
Hashtag Sea of...
Hashtag Sea of Thieves will suck.
Hashtag Sea of Thieves better than Assassin's Creed. Totally. Let's see if we can get this to 140 characters.
Hashtag Team Nick or hashtag Team Phill. Hashtag Civil War.
And follow us on Twitter, like this video, subscribe to this video, start a church based on this channel. Comment saying that we're not funny or something. And we'll see you next week.
You certainly will.
So I've been Phill.
And I have been Nick.
Have a very cynical week.
Or an optimistic one.
See you later.
Bye.